What is up, guys? Today we are back with a brand new, freshly grilled, going to be discussing the Pokemon spoof Pocket Mortys. It's going to be coming out in the not so distant future on January 14th on iOS and Android. So first off, I wanted to discuss the small clip that we've seen so far. It looks to play a lot like the Pokemon games we all know and love. However, it has a couple of its own little spins on it from the show. Now, if you're at all familiar with the Rick and Morty TV show, you'll know that there are an infinite number of universes on there, and that pretty much every single choice that you could possibly think of and that could possibly be made creates two separate universes that branch off and in effect have two separate realities that continue forward from that point. So every single decision that you make in this hypothetical universe splits off into another universe over and over and over again, branching out into an infinite number of universes. So it does make sense that along the line of time and space, that eventually there would be one universe that all of the Ricks and Mortys meet together and battle Mortys as creatures like Pokemon. So if you're familiar with the show, that probably makes a lot of sense. If you're not familiar with the show, that probably makes no sense at all. But I guarantee you that they're probably going to, I guarantee you that I think that they're going to be making some sort of reference to the infinite universes theory thing. This is not a theory, it's kind of described in the show pretty explicitly. But they're probably going to reference that at some point, and I'm very, very excited to play it. So we're going to go over the actual screenshots from the only bit of video that we have of the entire game so far. So the first clip before the whole Morty battle sequence starts with Blue is Rick walking with Morty, and it seems like a really Pokemon-esque world, and that's really cool, honestly. There seems to be some sort of I don't know what the actual symbols mean. There's probably like a currency thing, and then maybe a notifications thing, and then I'm not sure what the last one all the way to the top left does, and you know, that'll probably pop up on the screen right now if I did my editing job right. But yeah, the thing off to the right, I have no idea what it means. There appears to be some Mortys standing off to the side before Rick goes and walks off screen, and that could be kind of interesting. I mean, you know, it probably is completely revolving around training Mortys and making them evolve and stuff. So it's probably going to be really warped and stupid and funny, and just as explicit as the show, hopefully. So very, very much looking forward to it, just based off of the first frame of the GIF that we've seen. Moving on, you'll notice that the actual battle screen in starting sequence itself is, you know, very, very similar to Pokemon, which is kind of cool. I like the way that they did it, and they're actually probably going to be bringing in some of the characters from the show. Even if they don't, and it's just some crazy, weird universe with a bunch of stuff that actually isn't canon, I still would like it a lot, but I think that they'll probably have some cameos from some of the show stars that we've seen a lot in the past. In the final frames, we do see that there are two different types of Mortys. So there's the normal Morty that Rick has, which is the person that you're playing as, and then there's also a scruffy Morty which Blue has, which is the person that we're actually seeing in battle against, or at least start the battle against. There are levels, there's HP, and there's experience, so it does lend itself to the theory that there is going to be some sort of battle system that rewards winning, which would make sense considering it is a spoof of Pokemon, where you control Mortys and make them fight viciously, probably to the death, and I'm sure that they're going to have some funny bit in there too. So I'm very excited for this game. If you look closely, there actually appears to be multiple Mortys per trainer, or person. I guess they're not really trainers. I guess they'll probably clarify that at some point, but you could actually see that Blue has two Mortys, so that's kind of strange. I don't know how that all worked out, but I guess some Ricks are missing their Mortys, or there's some dead Ricks or something. I don't know. The whole universe thing with Rick and Morty is probably one of my favorite parts of the whole series, but the way that it works is just kind of crazy and lends itself to some pretty interesting scenarios that you wouldn't see in really any other show. So I'm very excited to see where this goes, and hopefully you are as well if you're watching this right now. If you're not excited for it, then please ignore the incoming Let's Play that's going to pop up as soon as this drops, because the day that it comes out, I will be marathoning as much as I can of it and putting it up the next day on YouTube. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that, because I'm very, very much looking forward to it. Adult Swim Games has made some pretty crappy games before, but they've also made some masterpieces as of recent, and we can look to, like, for example, Duck Game is one of those games that have just been fantastic, possibly looking at Robot Unicorn Attack. There are a few others that are critically acclaimed as pretty amazing games that are really interesting and unique. So I'm hoping this isn't some crazy stupid freemium game that you have to pay to win. But if this is done well, if it's even done as just a funny parody game and only lasts a couple hours or even an hour, I would still be totally fine with it. But this could be a lot more, it really could, and I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Nevertheless, I'm excited to see how it goes. So that about wraps this one up, but I'm very excited for this, guys. This announcement came out yesterday, or I guess when you're watching this, it's going to be 2 days ago, and I about exploded. I think I posted like 5 tweets on Twitter like right after I saw it because I was so excited for it. So yeah, that about wraps this one up. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and until next time, peace.